And we're gonna see where we can take this story so far. So we got three routes, three paths that we can possibly take. One, we're dealing with the werebears living on Maureen River Run here in Tal'Dorei and a region known as Whitestone. Um, and in that adventure, you have to hunt a specific monster, return home to this place. Then there's the other adventure where you have the undead who are searching for a new place to call their home. And the last one, which is a myriad versus class, slay the challenging monster in the dungeon quest. And we're on, randomly, the undead looking for a place to establish a colony. So the hook, I think, is solid. It's where you go with that. You know what I'm saying? So sort of where I'm at is I can't really run that many like adventures where there's exploration and reasons to go out places. I think what needs to be said early is, aside from this incident, sort of I think what I'm worried about is like players who want to do their own thing. So we're gonna work with that. Let's figure this out. I think what I want to do is I want to change a lot of the purpose behind some of this. Let's see. Let me see. So I think what leads out is they can choose. We don't want to do, like, we want to choose this side of the quest, which is we want to deal with this guy who's a grave robber. And we want to deal with this guy who's a monster slayer looking for monster beasts. Ooh, woo. Alright. So we got this cute little story guy. Let me see if I can include some other folks into this. Hold on. Alright. Just one more. guard the hunt. So we've got a hunt going on, and maybe he's struggling to get anyone with him to not kill these. This kills confidence. Don't want to kill these. He struggles with being a monster hunter leader, but he's not interested in killing monsters. It's paying as well. The players have at this point in Act 1 the chance to just go out for money. On the other hand, help a father and a monster hunter. Say the monster hunter probably wants to know to lead harmless and dead. Oh wow. Why are they disappearing? They're being taken off to brave adventure. But the twist here is maybe he wants to help out these creatures, but then in Act 2 we see exactly what's happening. Act 2. Monsters are being attacked by a cult of Whitestone. Then so where did I say I was going to end this? But through they chase the villain while dodging obstacles designed to thwart them, leading to a final confrontation, and are outside the villain's refuge. Ah, yes. So if the wilderness is the threat, then why not make it a sort of a hex crawly thing, but a small one, like a 3x6, 3x6 hex crawl. So let's write a few things that could be here. Shambles dead and just collected in one area with an undead weeping about how his family is missing. The Briarwoods. But it's not the Briarwoods. It's just a bunch of douchebags. Jerks who look like a Briarwoods. very close. I could understand discrepancy. 3 by 6 is 18. 18 squares with interesting exploration. What's a way to track undead? What's a way to trap the undead? Let me ask my friends. How would you trap undead? So, not Holt, and he's in a pit. Needs help. But any undead with you recognize this dirt. It's another undead. Just a bunch of them. It's his own thing, man. What's the name of the SNL Tim Tom Hanks Halloween? David Pumpkins. David Pumpkins. It's Pumpkins. He's just there. He's just there. David S. Pumpkins. David S. Pumpkins. David S. Pumpkins. I'll share that later. Who else? Undead puppies. Cultists. Undead of some sort that the players enjoy. This is becoming a bit much. Because like a lot of this is useless. And I'm just filling up space just to fill it up. So we have sort of like interactable moments that mean something, and like let's trim up a lot of the fat that I don't really care for. So I think we can keep most of this and make this just a rather large head scroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. so that's it, pretty much. Act 3. Servant and defeat his undead bugs and destroy obelisk. Or maybe an obelisk keeps out undead. This discovery enough to guarantee a safe place for the undead if they choose to live in peace. If nobody believes we can live in peace like everyone else. City of Whitestone. The monster hunter declares that he is willing to pay the first person that is able to kill them all. Nobody places their hands. Yeah, I think I want to leave that open. So he knows certain crystals the undead. Sometimes even entering homes that they previous So that's it. That is the first adventure. It's a solid Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 situation. And we did pretty much all of this with the Dungeon Masters book. I also did a couple other things for anyone who wasn't around for the first stream. I listed a bunch of things that I liked about the location. interesting locations and like what could be there, because like that sort of like says like what can I put here, like this combination of locations that are already established and things that I find just kind of fun. Instant adventure pass would just kind of get me warmed up. 3 locations, generate the DMG. I figured I'd set myself to 3 locations, sort of the lazy dungeon master style of like 3 paths you can take. And I did that by flipping 1 or 2 on wilderness or dungeon. I chose the adventure that sort of spoke to me most, and I went from there, which was the second one. And I can do the other 2 later. And I used the DMG to kind of guide me along. DMG is over here. It's got tips from 1 through 6 on what you should do. And I got a pretty solid adventure out of it. A lot of it was, I'm not gonna lie, my own creativity. Because I know I had to get from point A to point B. And point A is the framing event, and point B is the climax. And it's not hard to write a beginning or an ending. It's just the meat in between, I've noticed, is really, really hard to do. So I think I'm gonna keep that more in mind for the next one, the next location. But I would love to run even just this. So let's put a cork in this stream for now.